All right, Patrick Lindeberg, the new and you are sort of the new CEO of Crunchfish Proximity, and I have to be a sports journalist. How does it feel?
Uh, no, but of course it feels great. You came to me just before Christmas, and we had a chat about this reorg. You needed to free some time from your duties. So and for me it was a great opportunity. So it was an early Christmas gift, and it still lasts for sure.
Yeah, because it's almost like you started. Was it in December with Crunchfish 2019?
No, it was actually this week. It was 1 year ago. I think Wednesday as of this week, it was 1 year since I joined you.
Okay, and I know you were hired for Gesture to do sort of global sales for Gestures, and then I know I hijacked you quickly to say, well, do this instead, and you've been focused on Sweden and sort of basically our first steps with Blippit to try to get that to market. Hasn't that been the focus?
Yeah, that's right. For last year, that was definitely my focus, taking Blippit to the market and define everything around Blippit with price models, partner structure, agreements that needs to come when we sign up new partners and customers and such. So all the basic stuff that is needed to be able to go to market. I dealt a lot with that during, I would say, end of Q1 and Q2, but of course also worked with our existing partners and trying to get new partners.
Yeah, because this is an area that was for us hit by. It was affected by COVID.
Yeah, for sure.
I know we had Tixter. I like the guys from Tixter a lot. Yeah. They were really, they had talked to most of their customers, and they were excited to get Blippit, but because they were an event company, it wasn't easy for them.
No. I think we were rather unlucky because the two first partners we had and the two first companies integrating and creating a solution around Blippit, they were really affected by the pandemic situation. And as you said, Tixter doing events, sport arenas, concerts, their business basically disappeared in just a few weeks. And we had everything. I think when you and I talked last time, when we had a similar session as this, then it was at the beginning of the pandemic, and Tixter. I had discussions with Tixter back then, and they had a few pilots that we were discussing, but because of the situation, all of them were postponed, unfortunately, and are still so, because the business is not running as it should be.
Yeah, but we one of the things I think you did really well, because we said we need to obviously then find new cash registers instead, and what has happened, because we are not really then going to restaurants, but one industry has gone well is sort of FMCG, fast moving consumer goods, basically our grocery stores. And there is one player, the leading sort of cash register in Sweden. It's sort of all over that segment.
Yeah. So basically what we did was to look at, okay, there are winners and there are losers in this situation. And who are the winners? Yeah, the grocery stores, they sell like they've never done before. So, and who is supplying to them? Yeah, as you said, Extenda. I think they have like 80% of all grocery checkouts in the Nordics. So obviously that was an interesting player for us. So we made a contact maybe April with them, and then by end of June we had a partner agreement, and after the summer we had an integration in place with one of their products. They have a few product lines, but with one of their products. So by the beginning of the fall we started to take this to market and discuss with their customers.
Yeah, because the reason why they have a multiple sort of POS solution is that it's really, this is an American sort of venture capitalist company that has bought both Visma Resale as well as Extenda. I guess they were number 1 and number 2 in the Swedish market. In came, I think they call SPG or something, an American sort of, basically a venture capitalist company, and they bought number 1, number 2, and merged it to Extenda Retail as one company, and that's why they have a bit of a, I wouldn't say challenge, I guess it is a challenge to merge and move forward with all their POS platforms or cash register platforms.
Yeah, no, you're totally right. So they have a legacy with their old products from the 2 companies that they somehow will merge, but also as they're a big company, they have offerings for different parts of the market as well, for bigger chains and for smaller stores and such. So that also plays in their product.
Yeah, why portfolio. They have because I think, isn't that they have like 5 product
lines?
Yeah.
Positioned to different parts of the market.
Yeah, no, but I think that was, and I guess you've done a lot of the sales training and everything for their CAMs, the key account managers, and that's sort of also been a focus of yours during 2020.
Yeah, and as they're a big company, they have a big sales organization as well, and of course we want to leverage on that, but then they need to know us, they need to understand our products and the features and the benefits of our products. So we spend a lot of time educating them and also working together with their marketing. We created some video material and some other marketing material to be used when we go out and present to customers. So that's been the focus for the fall, I would say. So we were very well positioned with Extenda going into 2021.
But you're also we started that sort of in Q2, and we were ready to. We went, I think, public with that somewhere early Q. I don't know, it was June.
The agreement was signed end of June, so we
and the integration was done in August or something. But then we but you're working. We will expect more integrations. If Extenda is number 1 in the Nordics with 50,000, I think, installations. We are going for some others as well that we are hoping for.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a very fragmented market, even though Extenda has a good hold of the grocery market. But if you look at it from the big perspective, it's extremely fragmented. So there's several interesting players, both Swedish companies but also international companies, and now we have good discussions and have come a good way with a few of them, the ones we identified as strategic for us and with a volume that makes sense as well.
Yeah, but I know I told you, and I think I said that already when I said, let's, you were hired for gesture, and I kidnapped you and said, let's do Blippit in Sweden instead. But I think I told you already then, I think you are destined for bigger things in, at Crunchfish. But this is a good starting point for you.
Yeah, no, you really fulfilled that promise, because I think we even talked about it in our first interview that this is just a start, that we will go outside Sweden. And as I said back then, I've never worked with Sweden in the way I've done this year. I've actually only worked internationally, mainly Asia and the US. So, and I have a desire to do so as well. So. Starting off to learn the company, the products, and so on in Sweden was a good start, and especially considering the situation, because I think the only business trip I made last year was you and I going to Riksbanken in Stockholm in March. That was the only trip I did. So it was a good start, but I'm definitely eager to work more internationally again.
Yeah, and I think it's I think your background, Patrick, and what you did here for Blippit, establishing in a lot of these admin things around contracts and driving and following through, and you're really great at that. And I think we will have a lot of that coming now with digital cash, and I really, digital cash started sort of with me and Paul, and it was just me and Paul for a long time, plus the Indians, our sort of team in India. But this might explode quite soon, and I need people with high energy and like yourself that could also independent from me, I think, start to really put yourself in front of customers and help and drive. So that's why I think you being the CEO here of Crunchy Proximity, which is it's responsible for quite a few things in our company. It's Blippit, it's food waste, it's nearby, but certainly also what we have the really high hopes for digital cash. So it's a big area.
Yeah, it is, and a very fun area. And this week has been the first week after the holidays, the first full week after the holidays, I would say. And I've already started to get involved in the different discussions we have with partners and potential customers. And it's been a really fun week. Friday afternoon now, it's been an extremely intensive week. So no, it's great. It's a good start of the journey.
Yeah. Being at Crunchfish, you've been here now for a year and a few days. How has it been? Are we treating you well, even if I tend to beat you in Boule?
Yeah, you have done that once in, what is it? 10,
how many have you won? How many have you won?
I think actually the score is 7-2 or something. Yeah, I think you have 2 wins.
You said 7-1. I almost felt like like Brazil in the
against Germany in the World Cup.
In the World Cup. Because I know you put that on me, and I said because I like to tease you. I know how fond you are of winning, and I said, well, I'm still better than you at Boule, and you always then give your you keep track of our.
I think we can probably look back at our Facebook flow to follow the score, because most of the results have been put out on Facebook.
Yeah, so 7-2. Shall we agree on that? Well,
yeah, we can do that. That's okay with me. I give you those 2.
Okay, so I'm better than Brazil then.
Yeah, but except for the Boule, it's been great as well. It's of course been a strange year. As I said, I think it's the first year in 10-15 years that I don't do traveling. But except for that, it's been a very inspiring year. Fun people to work with, fun products to work with, and there's so much happening, and the development is really going faster at Crunchfish. And if you're into a workplace where you basically know what to do the next day and work with the same tasks, then you're better off somewhere else. Because I didn't know about this interview when I came to work this morning, but we're going to do the interview.
I know. I'm sorry about that, but
no problem. But just to illustrate,
I thought about it this morning.
Yeah, exactly. So no, it's great fun. You never get bored. As I said, interesting people, interesting products, and a global market for us that can be enormous. So what else do you need?
Yeah, no, I'm glad, and I'm very happy you're here, Patrick. You're a really fun guy, and I like that you have that sports interest of you're really competitive, and it's we have a lot of fun with that. So I think it's great.
Yeah.
Back to Blippit, I'm curious a little bit because we did say let's start in Sweden, and we certainly have tried in India also, but right now in India it's all digital cash for us. That's what we focus on. But if you were to think internationally, I know this, you're not prepared for this question, but I'll ask you anyway. Blippit internationally, you've done something in Norway, haven't you?
Yeah.
But just tell us what you think of this business area. I can comment on India because I was involved there with India. But
I haven't dealt with Blippit specifically. I haven't dealt with India, even though I'm coming into India now from the digital cash perspective. But what we have in Sweden, which is kind of unique maybe, is Swish, who is such a dominant player, and we're really happy to have them as a close partner. So with Swish, we're basically in the hands of all Swedes. I think they're soon to reach 8 million users. Amazing penetration, I would say. And obviously that makes things easier, because what we do is connecting the payment app with the POS, with the cashier. And as I said, the cashier side is very fragmented, whereas in Sweden the payment app side is not as definitely not as fragmented with Swish and their position. So going outside Sweden, we need to identify the right partners to work with, and partners with a significant volume user base. Vipps in Norway, they have a similar position as Swish in Sweden. So we have reached out to them, and they are close to Swish. So we were introduced by Swish to them, and we have a good discussion on how to go about both Blippit, but also they're interested in our offline solutions.
Digital cash.
Digital cash.
Yeah, and I think if I comment on India, I think right now I believe that the opportunity for Blippit in India is probably also associated with digital cash, because
I agree.
When you pay offline, you need to send something over. You sign it off at the customer phone, and you send it to the merchant, and that communication, that bridge, can very well happen over. That communication can be over Blippit, basically via Blippit. So it can certainly handle online payments like Swish today, but definitely also offline payments. So I think if we get digital cash going, Blippit will get its renaissance from that, I think.
I agree. And also we see some initiatives to kind of standardize or make payment apps interoperable through Europe. I think that can also be an opportunity for Blippit. When we get a broader payment solution. For example, you could pay with Swish in France. Today it's just in Sweden. So with that, we get a even bigger base for Blippit.
Yeah.
So I think identifying the right ecosystems to work with, or where in our strategy going outside Sweden and into India, that's key. Finding the right partners to join up with, both on the payment app side and on the POS side, as those are the two dots we are connecting.
Yeah, and we sort of need both sides, don't we?
Yeah.
In Sweden, we got Swish early. We're very happy with that. Next week, actually, the same week, we are launching now the new website with this interview on. But I also have a long interview with Magnus Lagesson, and it was fun. When I met with him together with the CEO of Clearon, he just said in the meeting immediately, "Yes, we will integrate your SDK." It was sort of no sort of hesitation, and I really like Magnus in the sense that he's very much. He shoots from the hip, and he's so knowledgeable and understands computers and set up so well. So I think he can just operate very, very. He doesn't need. It's very little red tape there, which is great.
No, I agree, and I worked a lot with Magnus over last year, and they have helped us. Getting credibility, but also marketing wise, they put things on their channels to promote and inform about Blippit and our corporations. For example, the Extenda press release and the video we made with Extenda was also put on Swish channels. So it's a great partner for us.
And they certainly introduced us to some of the POS players as well. Tixter, I know when Magnus called me, talk to Tixter. They're looking for your kind of solution. And also Extenda, I think, the first contact there with Christer, I think it was also via Magnus as well. So I think he's...
and same on the retailer side. They've also pointed us towards some retailers that are eager to get new solutions in the stores. So
it's good. No, I really appreciate the Swish. That's sort of, and I as you said, we need both sides. So a very dominant sort of payment side, but then a fragmented. That's how we have it in Sweden, and it's it's different for each market, but for Blippit to succeed, it's sort of a bridge. So you need to have both endpoints, otherwise it doesn't work really.
No.
Yeah. No, hey Patrick, it's sort of I think I have to end here in order to practice some bull. I'm sort of trying to do that every weekend, so I promise you I'll catch up easily during 2021.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah, we're even gonna do some. That was fun. We're gonna do maybe some rowing as well.
I heard a rumor about that. I'll see if I fit the boat, but hopefully.
Yeah. It might be tough for you because I know you are strong like an ox, sort of really a strong man, but maybe your boat will actually then go much deeper into the ocean because you're heavier than me. So I might beat you on that, Patrick.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll have a combined rowing sort of. This is coastal rowing, so it's in open sea, and then we'll do bull as well, and we do that as a combo.
That's not a common combo, but maybe we can set a new standard.
Yeah, we'll try that. No, but Patrick, fantastic. Glad to have you on the team, and I'm really grateful that you took up the challenge to take up the role as the CEO of Crunch with Proximity. You'll do great in this role, and we're gonna have a lot of fun.
For sure. And I would like to thank you too for giving me this opportunity and trust. And I will execute on that.
I know. I'm not worried. I know that you're actually quite hard to beat. I don't want to tell that to anyone, but now I put it on tape. Terrible me. Yeah. All right, Patrick.
That's good.
Take care then, Patrick.
Yeah. Bye-bye. Thanks.
Bye-bye.